With the news that a restaurant in Kerry has banned loudmouth American tourists, we've taken to the streets of Dublin to find out what the American visitors make of this ban. So the restaurant, right, has banned loud Americans. What's your opinion on that?
My brother's in trouble.
We better not go there. Yeah. We better not go there.
Are you guys loud Americans?
We're very loud.
I'm the quiet brother, so, you know.
Nothing to worry about here.
In Chicago at least, look at St. Patty's Day, and you'll see that the Irish are just as loud as the Americans.
Honestly, I don't blame them. We just talked about this yesterday.
Yeah,
Actually,
we were
I
laughing
read
about
it
it
on a Facebook page that was, I believe, an Irish Facebook page I had liked before our trip that had mentioned that there was some restaurants down there that had said
I think
that.
it's funny because, I don't blame them. Americans can be really, we want this, get it to me now. But I think it's also funny on the other flip side, if we ever did that, everyone would be like, America sucks.
Kind of, because we're just so excited to be here, but if we went to like a bar and there's a bunch of Irish people at a bar in America, like in New York there's always a bunch of Irish people during the summer, you guys are way louder than any of the New Yorkers that are sitting there at the bar because you guys are just like so stoked to be in the city.
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you think it's kind of ironic the way they say that, because Irish people tend to be so nuts?
I would say, we were talking about how, it was 2 a.m. and everybody was up.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we came back from New York to Minnesota, and there was a guy who talked nonstop for 2 hours, loud, behind us in the plane, and he was very loud and obnoxious. Nobody in the plane appreciated him, so.
You wouldn't like to be sitting beside him in a restaurant then, no?
Absolutely not.
Banned loud American tourists?
Yeah.
No, because loud American tourists annoy me too.
Do you think it's unfair for them to kind of categorize the Americans in such a way?
Not really.
So you guys aren't loud American tourists?
We are not loud American tourists.
You're quiet American tourists. You have your few pints of Guinness, you sit down, you have your crack, you move on to the next pub.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool.
You can kick anyone out who's being an obnoxious dickhead, so why not? You don't have to be just an American to be obnoxious.
I don't know, just their accent, everything about them. Personally, I think they're the nicest people ever. They're so polite and generous, and I don't know.
So for that kind of restaurant to say that couldn't be further from the truth, that kind of categorization to say that,
Yeah, completely. Ireland is based on, the Irish are complete alcoholics and stuff. Are they going to stop us from going down and drinking? Are they going to ban us from going in and having the crack, having a few beers, whatever?
So, from what we've learned today, the Americans, they're not all bad. Darragh Collins, independent.ie.